What's up guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video I'll be doing an overview of all my 1/24 and 1/25 scale model cars. Up first I'll start with all my plastic model kits that I've put together over the years. Starting with this Chevelle here. This was the first model kit I ever put together, and it's a Chevelle SS and recently I've had to do some work to it just to get it up to scratch, like re-chroming the bumpers and replacing the wheels because the older wheels that came with the kit got broken. This next car here was the first kit I ever airbrushed. I did this one as a bit of a barn find, and I'll show you some of the details now. First of all, I put a whole bunch of mould detail on the interior and rusted up the engine bay and chassis. In person it looks a bit better. None of the detail shows up too well on camera, but this was a pretty basic AMT kit that I just made look completely different by putting number plates to cover rust holes and stuff. This next car is a Porsche Boxster Special Edition. This one I painted orange, and it's pretty simple. I just airbrushed it with some orange with a bit of metallic in it. Nothing special about this one. This one here is one of my favourite kits. It gets beaten by one other kit, but it's my Cowsonic Nissan Skyline. It's been fully detailed up. The interior is not too detailed, but the exterior I've put a lot of effort into trying to get it all to look nice and get all the stickers straight. This Corvette was a pretty early kit too, probably the second car I ever put together. It's pretty simple. I just painted it with a brush, and there's not much to it. I never finished the stickers, but I might do a video where I finish putting the stickers on and just make it look presentable. This is my Ford Model T that I've painted purple. It's a Lindbergh kit, and I painted it purple with a big V8 in the front. I modified the exhaust system so I could put side pipes on. But overall, this is a really simple kit that didn't take too much effort to put together. This last kit here is my 1/24 scale Peterbilt. This one took me 3 days to build. I built it 3 days straight, not doing anything else. But I think it turned out pretty well with the colour I chose and all the detail I put on the inside. This is one of the few models that I've put a lot of work into on the interior, and this one's completely detailed in the sleeping cab with the bed, and then on the inside I painted it with like a deep red colour, putting in all the stickers and detail I could. The engine bay was really complicated with all the little accessories going on. Overall, this is definitely my nicest kit and the one I'm most proud of. The only problem with it is that it's really fragile, and you don't really want to handle it too much, which is why it usually just sits on display. Towards the end of this video I will show you where I display these and what I do to keep the dust off of them, but I'll be back in a minute with all my other models that I've just bought pre-assembled. So this is the rest of my collection. These are all my die-cast cars. As you can see, I've got a few more than what I do plastic model kits. So I'll just get on with it, and these ones I might go through a bit faster than the plastic ones. This one's a SLS Gullwing. All the doors and the bonnet and boot open on this one. It's a really funky model, and I've only had it for about a year so far. But overall, it's a cool model. This next one's a C4 Corvette. Same sort of deal. The doors and bonnet open on this one. They're all hinged. Not much engine detail on this inside of these models because they're fairly cheap of a model car. This one here is a Pontiac GTO Judge. This is produced by Welly, and I just got it at Kmart, which is where I got most of these model cars. There is some work to be done on it at some point to restore it back to how it was when I got it, because it's been play worn, as you can see. But that's, what happens when you've had them since you were a child and you enjoy them. This one's a Camaro Z28. The doors and bonnet open on this one again. It's just the same with all of these, except some of them don't have opening bonnets. This one has a loose seat, as you can see, but just basic. This one here is a really funky model. It came with the motorbike in the back, however, it was a bit more pricey, and the only downside I've had with it is it doesn't have engine detail, but it was weathered from the factory and everything, so that one's a really cool model on display as well. This next one's a Pontiac Firebird, just the stock version. It's pretty cool, but not one of my favourite models. This one here's the Ford Mustang. I can't remember the year of it. This one's lasted really well, and I really like the look on these older Mustangs. However, I'm not really a Ford guy. This one's a Chevy Corvette Z06. This one, along with these two here, are all model kits, but they come with a die-cast body that's pre-painted, and you just snap them together. This car here is a Holden Commodore. I wanted this one because it's quite a rare model, and I think you could only get it here in Australia. And I wanted a Holden for such a long time, but this was the only kit that was on the market, and well, I'm not sure if you can still get them anymore, given Holden's not a brand and GM shut them down. This one here is a Dodge Viper, another one of these kits. Not much to them, they just snap together with an alternate set of wheels. But they all have the opening doors and bonnet. This is a Fast and Furious Chevelle. Just one I got because at the time I wanted another car to add to the collection, but I sort of don't care for this one much, given it doesn't really match the theme of any of these other cars. This is my Herbie model. It's not the fanciest or best model ever, but it's pretty cool given all the stripes and numbers were done from scratch. There's not really much to it, however, I do need to find a stencil to be able to put the numbers on it. This is a newer Volkswagen Beetle. I've had this one longer than I've had Herbie, but it's a pretty basic model with all the details that it really needs, and I don't have much to say to it. This is my Porsche 918 Spider. Another cool model, but the windscreen got cracked, so I had to remove it. So, yeah, that's all my models. I might do another overview of all my other ones that I've got in here. But this is where I keep them all. I've got a display cabinet here that I got cheap second hand, and it fits the cars perfectly, depth-wise. So yeah, that's all from me today, and I'll see you next video.